What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and today I'm here to talk about Warhammer 40K. So a few days ago, we got a little bit of a lore dump for none other than the Blade Champion of the Adeptus Custodes, since he is one of the most prominent members being featured in the Shadow Throne box set. This guy is a new character, new model, new sculpt, and he's pretty badass. So let's dive into this little bit of lore that we have from the Warhammer community article, which of course will be posted down in the description, so you guys can go ahead and read it for yourselves. But with that being said, let's dive right in. So Aristoteles Caravelian is the Blade Champion who is in the Shadow Throne box set, who is expected to capture the Patriarch of the Gene Stealer cult alive. So in your narrative reports, if you want to make this more quote-unquote canon, try and have your Blade Champion fight against this awesome Gene Stealer monstrosity and see who comes out the victor. But besides that, basically what they're showing here is the way that he fights in combat. So we all know that the Adeptus Custodes are the guardians of the God Emperor himself. They are magnificently powerful warriors with martial skills that are known across the Imperium and are feared by all of their enemies. To join the ranks of the Blade Champion is an honor beyond measure, one earned by defeating the mightiest of foes in battle time and time again. Once a custodian ascends, he will spend his years perfecting the specialist fighting styles of his order in the Colossia Oris of the Blade Champions, within the Palace of the Emperor of Mankind. With the clinical strikes of Behemoth, not even the toughest hide or armored hull can deny them. The Hurricanus style lets them carve their way through enemies' ranks in a blur of blade, blood, and viscera, while the executing techniques of Victus have claimed the lives of tyrants and warlords beyond count. These are but three of the many forms of death known to the Blade Champions. So just like in the previous videos where I tried to explain what the fighting stances in the katas are, here we have three that we can expect to see: Behemoth, Hurricanus, and of course, that of Victus. The lore continues by saying that Hayani Rimush became known as the undisputed master of the Randek style after slaughtering a seemingly impossible number of Hrud in a single battle. So many were slain by his blade that day that it is said that he eventually stood triumphant atop a mountain of corpses 100 meters high. Now that's saying something, because if you don't know who the Hrud are, they are a not playable race of basically kind of like trash monsters. And these guys have a very interesting ability and biology. So basically they are the Hrud, they're nocturnal warriors who are intelligent, and they have an ability that most likely is warp based, but Imperial scholars aren't 100% sure on that. And basically what they can do is they can age things. So as these Blade Masters are fighting against the Hrud, not only is he fighting against their blades, their teeth, their nails, their attacks, they're also fighting against time. Especially having that many where you can pile their bodies 100 meters high, this dude was probably aging so fast and just trying to cleave through them so fast that he doesn't just die of old age. So that kind of shows you the martial skills that these guys really are the best of the best in the Imperium, because regardless of who they're fighting and their capabilities, they're fighting against creatures that speed up the aging process of other living things. So that goes to show you that these Blade Champions are no joke. Continuing with the lore, it says that unlike the other members of the Adeptus Custodes, the Blade Champions do not partake in the Blood Games. Basically what the Blood Games are, it's a way to test Terra's defenses by having the Adeptus Custodes go through the Imperial Palace and basically trying to come out on top, find ways in the defense that is lacking, and they fight against monsters, booby traps, and the like. Think of Hunger Games, but on a 40k level type thing. So they don't partake in these games. What they do is they train relentlessly to perfect their skills as a warrior. I mean, technically they could do that in the games too, but I guess they chose to buy out of that. The old adage that the best defense is a good offense is exemplified by the Blade Champions, for they protect the master of mankind through their ability to defeat any threat, no matter what form it takes, via sword and blade. And that's pretty much the lore on the Blade Champions. So, it seems pretty cool. I really enjoyed the HRUD part most of all. They have different stances, which kind of help me better understand the katas, because like it was talking about like the Hurricanus is all about cleaving through multiple enemies. The other stances can either take down like monstrous creatures, vehicles, and whatnot. So depending on your enemy, that's when you're gonna want to change stances, and these Blade Champions will help you do that to the T. So one guy is 110 points, and as you can see, it is a new sculpt here. They do look pretty dynamic, and like he's mid attack here. So all in all, I like what GW is doing lore-wise with the Custodes. We'll have to wait and see what exactly is found within the confines of their 9th edition codex, but for the most part, I like it. Hopefully they do more of these things in the future, especially with the Tau codex that I think is the next one in line, and then after that I believe it would be the Chaos Space Marines. So any little bit of lore inklings here and there, I'm super for. But with that being said, guys, that's all I have for this video. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking up a box set of Shadow Throne, or if you're just going to wait till next year to get the codices for these two armies, the Genestealer cults and the Adeptus Custodes. So again, let me know your thoughts below, and let me know if you guys want the HRUD to be a playable race, maybe somewhere in the future. And that's all I got. Thank you for listening. This has been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Peace.